In the dry tropics, a strange tree bears a precious gift. Most fruit hold their seeds inside. The cashew wears its heart on its sleeve.
This gray, hard shell protects one of the most valuable nuts on Earth.
Harvesting is a manual art requiring precise timing. When the fruit falls, the race against spoilage begins.
A simple twist separates the false fruit from the true treasure.
The apples are sweet, but perishable, often left to return to the earth.
The raw nuts must be sun-dried immediately to prevent mold.
3 days of tropical sun reduce the moisture content to a safe 9%.
Constant turning ensures every nut is dried to the core.
It looks like a stone, and it's just as hard.
From the farm, they travel to the modern processing cathedral.
Thousands of tons are stockpiled, waiting for their turn.
Quality control checks the outturn ratio, the yield of good kernels.
The first step of transformation, the steam bath. The hard shells must be softened to surrender the prize inside.
High-pressure steam penetrates the tough outer shell.
Heat expands the shell and neutralizes the corrosive oils.
They emerge dark and oily, but pliable. Inside the shell lurks CNSL, cashew nut shell liquid, a potent caustic acid.
This oil can burn skin, making processing a dangerous game.
Gone are the days of dangerous hand cracking. Enter the age of automation.
Sensors align the nut perfectly to match its unique curve.
A precise cut splits the shell without scratching the ivory-white kernel.
The kernel is freed, but it's still dressed in its red skin. Tumbling drums separate the heavy nuts from the empty shells. Toxic shells find new life as high-energy fuel for the factory boilers. The kernel is safe, but it's not ready to eat. It wears a bitter coat. To remove the skin, we must dry them again.
Thermal shock loosens the bond between the nut and its skin.
As the nut shrinks, the skin becomes brittle and papery.
The peeling machine uses only compressed air. A gentle tornado blows away the tester, revealing the creamy white surface. The skins are collected, often used for animal feed or tanning leather. Finally, the white whole kernel appears in its pristine glory.
The color sorter rejects any kernel that isn't the perfect ivory shade.
Burnt or spotted nuts are instantly rejected by the machine's eagle eye. Machines are fast, but the human eye is the ultimate judge.
Skilled hands remove even the smallest shell pieces that the robots miss.
Now, they must be ranked by size. In the cashew world, size is money. The W180/80, the king of cashews. Giant, rare, and expensive. The W320/20 case, the standard grade found in most supermarkets. Splits and pieces aren't wasted. They become ingredients for cookies and candy.
Safety is paramount. Metal detectors ensure purity.
A final treatment ensures no pests can survive the journey. Vacuum sealing turns the loose nuts into a rock-hard brick. Nitrogen flushing removes oxygen to prevent the nuts from going rancid. Locked-in freshness that can last for 2 years.
These bricks are the currency of the global nut trade.
Vietnam and India feed the world's craving for this crescent-shaped delight. From a toxic shell to a culinary star.
Roasted and salted, the perfect crunch.
Rich in healthy fats and minerals.
The secret weapon of dairy-free cuisine. Cashew milk.
An incredible industrial metamorphosis.
Industry and nature working in tandem. As the sun sets, the trees prepare for tomorrow's harvest.
It all begins with this tiny, delicate flower.
Nature's workers doing the first shift.
Oddly, the nut grows first, the apple swells later.
Tools of the trade, passed down through generations.
It is hard, hot work in the tropics.
Tradition meets the supply chain.
Too wet, and they rot. Too dry, and they shatter.
Huge silos buffer the supply for year-round processing.
Powering the transformation.
It must cool down to harden the shell for cracking.
The perfect crack is a satisfying sound. Every broken nut is lost revenue.
Maintenance keeps the heartbeat of the factory strong.
The aroma of the drying oven is intoxicating. Friction is the key to undressing the nut. Compressed air, the invisible peeler.
Hygiene is a religion here.
Pristine white gloves for pristine white nuts.
Digital algorithms decide what is edible.
Even a millimeter of skin is unacceptable for grade A.
The dance of the cashews. Large white pieces, perfect for granolas and bars.
Lab tests ensure the chemical balance is perfect.
Precision weighing for international trade. A stamp of global quality. Crossing oceans to reach your snack bowl.
The final destination.
That sound of freshness.
Salt clings to the natural oils.
Creamy, rich, and packed with protein.
A staple in Asian cuisine.
Revolutionizing the plant-based world.
Pride in the product.
Water for the next season's growth. The cycle of life restarts.
We've come a long way from the stone and hammer.
Total control over every process parameter.
The engine of industry never stops. Fueling the factory with its own waste.
Clean energy for a green future.
Cleanliness comes first.
Witnessing the scale of production.
Uniformity is beauty. Cashew flour, the gluten-free hero.
Sweet coating for a sweet treat.
Turning up the heat.
Certified excellence.
The pulse of logistics.
Sealed for the long voyage.
Connecting farmers to families. The perfect companion for good times.
Energy for the adventure. An elegant garnish.
A powerhouse of essential minerals.
Good for the heart, good for the soul.
Prosperity for the rural communities.
celebrating the nut that changed everything. Golden perfection. Crunch that echoes around the world. Extracting the industrial oil for paints and brakes. Cashews even help your car stop. Hidden uses in everyday life. White gold. Fine-tuning for the perfect peel. High-speed production.
Safety is always within reach.
Bright lights reveal every flaw.
Zero tolerance for defects.
Releasing the freshness.
The classic bar snack.
A creamy twist on the Italian classic.
Nature's ergonomic design.
Efficiency reduces waste, but quality demands rejection.
Leadership on the ground.
Harnessing the sun that dried the nuts.
Sustainable water use.
Skilled hands need sharp minds. Recognition of excellence.
Business built on trust. A global web of cashews.
Read the label. Know the story. Silence falls on the factory floor.
Safe and sound until morning.
The trees rest under the moonlight.
The mystique of the tropical highlands.
Planting the future.
Decades of growth for a moment of taste. The people behind the product. Simple, elegant, delicious. The cashew. Experience the difference.